All of us dealt with the COVID-19 pandemic as best we could. But there were some, few within us, who reached out a hand and helped others who were truly in need. Big FM honored one such hero, Mrs. Mahnaz Faquih Shaikh. Let's listen in to their conversation.
6.2 उज्जवल खन्ना के साथ इस ई प्ले लव बहुत सारे लोग आते जाते रहते हैं लेकिन बहुत ऐसे कम लोग होते हैं जो अपना इम्पैक्ट छोड़ते हैं ईट प्ले लव विद उज्जवल और उनका इम्पैक्ट ऐसा कि हैरत में डाल देता है और आपको सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करने पे मजबूर कर देता है कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं आपने क्या तिल्ले उखाड़ दिए आपने क्या कर दिया We've been only rallying about pandemic and corona and our problems and our jobs and our salaries, which is fine. But what have we done in order to protect somebody that we can in our capacity? Well, there are some people like that, and I have a privilege to speak to one of them. Her name is Mahnaz. Hi, Mahnaz, ma'am. Good afternoon to you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good. You sound so lovely. You sound so refreshing at the same time. There's so much positivity in your voice, which kind of completely resonates with the work that you've done. It gives me such a privilege and such an honor to speak to you, ma'am. What is the one thing that you feel happy about after all this what you've done? And let me tell the audience what actually you've done. You've actually repatriated so many people back, and काफी लोगों को आपने उनके घर तक पहुंचाया है इस पैंडेमिक में जहां पर बहुत मुश्किल हो रही थी. And not just pertaining to the Desi community, I guess international audiences as well. Am I right, Mahnaz?
Yes, I have repatriated the Nigerians, the Ghanaians, and now I'm doing the Sri Lankans.
So tell me, I mean, where do I start from? You just say things. I mean, I'm just all ears. And how did it all came to your mind? कि क्यों आपको ये करना था?
Honestly, we were just driving by and we saw people at the park and outside embassies, the homeless, trying to get back home because repatriation flights were not open still. There were no commercial flights. People who had come into Dubai as tourists, maybe to look for jobs, etc. They are not very well-off people, and then stuck in the country for 6 months. It's a lot of drain on them, and they were finally without food or shelter. So it started off like looking after their food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and moved on to some kind of accommodation for them, and then it was like finally when the repatriation flight started, needed to help them with the tickets. So that out. One thing led to another. Nothing was planned, nothing was pre-planned. It's just one after the other. You saw the need and you just jumped in and helped.
How nice is that?
Honestly, there's sometimes no time for any feeling or anything. It's you're moving from one project to the other. It's like a NGO kind of social service going on.
Right.
One after the other, you're like, okay, have I finished with their breakfast? There are 50 people here, there are 100 people there. All right, that's done. Okay, now how are you going to manage their lunch, you know?
On an average, how many people are you repatriating, Mahnaz and your team?
With every flight, there could be roughly 20 to 30 that I repatriate personally. I have let others know that they needed to be repatriated, and other people have also helped in. So totally till now, we would have done between 500 to 700 people.
Wow. Well, that's a mighty number, isn't it, Mahnaz ji?
Yes, and that's the reason I said I have no clue if it's morning, afternoon, or evening nowadays. Yes.
And how many people are you more thinking of repatriating before you finally say, I need to have my own vacations now?
After every repatriation, I say that.
But it's such a nice thing, आदमी कहते हैं ना अपने कर्मा नाल चलता है. मैं पंजाबी में ऐसे कहते हैं आप कर्मा नाल चलता है. नेकी कर बंदिया नेकी पा. That's what you do, and you keep sending these people back home, I guess, and everything, the entire karma is coming back to you, ma'am. Thank you very much, and I hope that your work continues. And if there's anything that you would want any help from our radio station in particular, we'll be more than happy to help you participate in that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me over, and all the best to you all too. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Time check. Brought to you by insurancemarket.ae.
That's what they say. You keep going and going and going and going and going. Well, the time is also going right now. 3:09 on the big clock. This is E Play Love, Big 106.2.